What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? Sorry about the not shaving. I was running out of the house this morning. I thought I had a shaver here at my office, but didn't have it, so y'all had to deal with not having not being shaven today. How are y'all? Hope all is well. Hope you're doing much better than yesterday, and hope you do better tomorrow than you did today. Life is good. God is good. Remember those two things, and you know you ain't never gonna have a bad day. I don't care what happens to you. You know what I mean? We have challenges, but as long as you remember God is good and life is good, you'll be able to push through it. Well, I've been through a lot this week. You know what I'm saying? I've been on a lot of live streams. I've been through a lot, and I learned a lot. I'm still trying to keep my word. Well, not my word, but I keep my internal word to myself. I'm trying to stay out of the kumbaya space. It's hard because I like so many of the people over there. So, but I am the one, unfortunately, I got to come back to my channel and talk about the really hard issues that don't get you monetized. You know what I'm saying? But somebody got to talk about this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody that's getting monetized. Get it, get it, get it. It's just going to take me a lot longer because of the topics. And then YouTube is always blocking my analytics, messing with my analytics. I should have been way over 500 now, but they don't let people subscribe. So whatever. Anyway, how y'all doing? All right, let's get to it. Y'all see the title? What the F do you want? What the F do you want? What the F do you want in life? Out of your life, what you want? Some people say, I want money. If I have money, some of y'all say, I want women. You just give me a bunch of women. Some of y'all say, I want good health. If I just had good health, I'd be cool. Some of y'all say, I want a good man. If I just had a good man, I'd be cool. But a lot of y'all, men and women, y'all don't know how to do. You don't know how to deal with a good man. You don't know how to deal with a good woman. You don't even know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing out here. And those of us that got the information for you, you don't want to hear from us. You want to burn through as many people as you can trying to figure it out. That's cool. I mean, you can do it the way you want to do it. But the client's just gonna sit back. You know what I do most of the time? I just listen. I don't I don't really talk unless I see somebody's coming from my head. When I see somebody's coming from my head, then I got to then you'll see, that I ain't no joke. Don't let the don't let the glasses fool you. You know what I mean? Don't let the glasses fool you. Don't let the temperament fool you. You know what I mean? So, but what do you want? I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to tell you what you should want. You should want whatever you want at certain times. Now, here's what I will say to you: whatever you want, you should look at it as, is this going to help me? Is this going to help me become a better person? Meaning that, are you going to be a better person? Are you going to feel more fulfilled as a person? And are you going to be able to help other people if you get this? Is this going to help you to be a kind of person that can help other people? Yeah, maybe you should look into that. But if it's not something that you can help other people, maybe should reconsider your desires. Y'all saw the thumbnail. Desire. So you got desires. We all got desires. That means you want something real bad, right? Basically, I'm paraphrasing. Basically, you want something real bad. But is that thing that you want real bad good for you? Some of y'all want relationships with people, or you say you want relationships with people. You want good relationships. But the thing about it is, What you willing to give up? See, everything has a cost. Everything has a cost. See, you've been brought up in America, and America is the great. Well, some people call it the great Satan. I call it the great magician. Like in the Bible, the magicians of Pharaoh trying to keep up with Moses. They're magicians because they make people think that stuff is free. And it's not free. Nothing is free. Oh, this road here is free. It's a freeway. I'm living in California. We don't have toll roads. Well, we have toll roads. We have a few. But most of the roads are free. So what we call them out here, we call them freeways out here because they're free. We don't pay nothing for them. There's no toll booth otherwise. But we got taxes that's paying for it. We paying on the other end in taxes, right? We got some of the highest state taxes in the country, right? Besides having to pay federal taxes. That's why so many businesses are leaving California, because the taxes are just too high, right? What do you want? What do you want? What your desires? What is your desires? If you're looking at your desires and you're saying, well, what do you want? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a list. I got a list here of 31 things that the average woman wants, quote unquote. Now, this is from an article from Her Norm, right? Her Norm. Listen to that name. Is that the name of a magazine, or do you think they interview women in happy in successful marriages, or do you think they interview single women to get this list? Let's go through the list. Oh, wrong mouse. Let's go through the list. Get that right. Let's get this right. All right. Let's go through the article first. 31 qualities of a good man to marry. Holy smokes. Are you one of these women who are constantly wondering where all the good men have gone? Are you sick and tired of falling for the bad guys and getting your heart broken? No, you're not. You don't get that way till probably about 30, 35. Would you like to know how to spot a good man in a sea of losers and douchebags? Probably, I guess most of these single women would like that. Well, this guy will help you do that. Oh, good. We need that, right? 31 traits to look for when looking for a man who is marriage material. Holy smokes. If you would like to improve your chances at attracting these good men to become part of your life, I recommend you read this guide. And then she got another guide about discovering a man's hero instinct. Holy smokes. They make this stuff so complicated, and it's so simple. To get good men is so simple. I made so many videos about getting good men. It's so simple. This article will teach you how to trigger, but I understand this is a business. These people have a business, and their business is to sell you courses and retreats and all that. Okay, I get it. This article will teach you how to trigger the aspect of the male mind. Holy smokes. Then generate lasting feelings of attraction and desire for women. Wow. April Mason was right. You really want to make some money, all you got to do is cater to women's desire to find men. Holy smokes, you're going to make a mint. If you master this skill, it's possible to make these men obsess over you. Holy smokes. Do you think women are really interested in the type of guy that obsess over them? Over you within a short while of knowing them? Whew. I know because I've tried it for myself and I have attracted some incredible men into my life as a result. What happened? Where are these incredible men that you attracted? See, the buzz wears off after a while. After a while, you got to be yourself, right? So why not just be yourself? Just learn how to be a better person instead of learn how to trick a guy into thinking that you one person and then switching up at the end and then the guy's gone, right? A good man isn't hard to spot once you know what to search for. So let's jump right into my list of signs to look out for. Holy smokes. Kindness. Perhaps the most common quality of a good person, let alone good man, is kindness. So many women will need a boyfriend or husband to be kind, as it will make them feel loved and assured of their partner's affection. Kindness often also allows people to be themselves in an important relationship. Holy smokes. Should your man be kind? Well, he should be kind to you when it calls for it. Now, I know an average woman will say, well, you should be kind in all situations. You can't be kind in all situations. You can't. Not as a man. I don't think as a woman either. Can't be kind in every situation. Not going to call for it. Doesn't call for that. Sometimes you're going to have to put the hammer down on somebody, right? And you can't be kind all the time. So let's strike that one because this has not been context or qualified for us. But see, they tell women this stuff. I feel sorry for you women, man, you single women, because this is the kind of stuff they lay on you. And then you don't even realize, man, they scamming you. They ain't telling you for real. What they really should do is talk to men that's in this situation, like Kevin Samuels. Oh no, I don't like Kevin Samuels, but that's because he talks to these type of men. The type of men you looking for, he talks to them every day. He know what they looking for in women. But a lot of women just don't want to accept it. You want to hear stuff like this. So there's people like this, they tell you what you want to hear. April Mason, Derek Jackson. There's people all over the place. They tell you stuff you want to hear, but they know you got $1 trillion in your pocket, and they gonna get it from you. They gonna get some of it. The part of that trillion you don't give to the Asians to buy them weaves, they're gonna get the other half of that. Compassionate. Number 2, compassionate. Compassion is such a key quality that it may make the world of difference in a successful relationship. The reason it being is that compassion allows us to see things from our partner's viewpoint, which then helps build a relationship based on trust and empathy. Yeah, you should have a little compassion. As a man, you should have a little compassion. But most men don't have a lot of compassion because you can't have a lot of compassion. These women today will run over you if you're compassionate, man. They'll see your compassion as weakness. Especially the younger they are, they see your compassion as weakness. Now, as they get up in the age, about 30, 40 years old, now they're looking for that same compassion. But the average woman ain't going to respect you being compassionate. The average woman is not. They're not going to respect that. You're going to have to be compassionate later, not up front. Because if you're compassionate up front, the average woman's not going to respect that. I'm just telling you the way it is. Well, Claire, you don't have to say that. I know. Number 3, dedicated. Having a dedicated partner is often what women want in a good man. The reason being is that it is often thought that many men put themselves first, as you should, as opposed to putting their relationship at the top of their priority list. If they are dedicated to their partner, they will always be thinking of them and how to ensure the longevity of the relationship. No. Dedicated, yes, dedicated to you yourself being the leadership of that relationship. I have to dedicate myself to myself first. Well, let's put it in order. You have to dedicate yourself to a higher power that's giving you the strength to go do this. then you have to dedicate yourself to your own survival so that you can survive, so they can survive, so your relationship can survive. Because your relationship can't survive if you don't survive. You have to put yourself, dedicate yourself to yourself. So here's another one that they're telling you wrong, and they're not qualifying this information for you. They're not qualifying it for you as a woman. But you think, oh, well, I got to find all these qualities in a man. And then, he's dedicated to me. And you think you got a good relationship when a man is following you around like a puppy on the porch. And then it don't work out because you get tired of him, you get bored with him or tired of him, or you just lose so much respect for him. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. Let's move on. Number 4, committed. So many will go without saying that for a relationship to last, a quality of a good man is required of him to be committed. This means that he is faithful to his partner. Don't see, once again, committed does not mean you're faithful. So don't think that just because somebody's committed to you, they're going to automatically be faithful. That's a discussion you have to sit down with somebody and have with them. These people are not qualifying this stuff for today's generation. There's too many options out there for most men to just assume they're going to be faithful, even though they commit to you. There will be some men that are less likely to be able to do this than others, of course. However, if you think you have the one, you are likely to want to be with him because he won't hurt you by cheating on you with other men or women. Holy smoke, with other men or women. Men or women. Ay, ay, ay. If your man is thinking about cheating on you with another man, you got way more serious problems. Way more serious problems. You got way more serious problems. Anyway, just because a man is committed to you, that doesn't mean he's going to be faithful. So this also hasn't been qualified. So that's 4. This is 0 out of 4. We're getting the real truth on this situation. 0 out of 4 so far. Let's see. Number 5, selfless. Being selfless may be something that some men do more easily than others. In fact, a good man knows how to be selfless without even really trying. What kind of man is selfless without trying? Beta. How many women respect the beta male? But that is not to say that this is not a quality that cannot be learned. Now you got to sit him down and teach him how to be selfless. Ay, ay, ay. If you're with a man who you find to be selfish on occasion, highlight how his actions can hurt you at times, and he may find a way to right his wrongs. I think communication is the best thing to have when you out here actually doing stuff. Communication is the best thing to have. I wouldn't, you're not gonna find too many guys that are selfless and not good men, or men of character, or men of accomplishment. They can't be like that. That they'll let too many opportunities fly by them being like that. So they're going to be a little more aggressive, and they're going to be self-preserving most of the time. That's not bad. It's you as a woman have to understand that. You've been watching too many Disney fairy tales. Think a guy's going to be all of these different things, and then have a glass slipper and slip the glass slipper on your foot. It's not going to happen. Not in today's market. Do you realize this dating marketplace, quote unquote, is flooded with women. It's flooded with women. All of you women that have listened to the feminist movement, it's flooded with women. These women ain't staying in relationships. They leaving these relationships drop of a hat. They leaving the relationship. We got, the market is flooded with women. Men have so many other options You're not going to find a guy that's selfless. The most you're going to find is a guy who's sometimes not be as selfish as you want him to be. But selfless, not going to find it. And you're not going to find the type of guy that you want that's going to be selfish. You're going to find a guy that's probably going to be the type of guy that's you're not going to be happy with, or you're not going to want that type of guy around you. Just saying. Just saying. Woo! Another one over y'all heads, right? Number 6, romantic. Not all women will protest that Mr. Right needs to be romantic. And it can definitely be the case that not everyone needs candlelit dinners or constant flower deliveries. However, women may not want on occasion for their boyfriend or husband to be romantic. Romance to some people can be different from other people's point of view too. What did this paragraph even say, right? Romantic. What does that mean? What exactly does that mean? Romantic. I want you to be more romantic. What exactly does that mean? So you don't know what you want. And now you following articles from other women who don't know what they want. They don't know what you want, and they don't know what they want. And all of y'all running around single. All of y'all running around single with all these men in your DMs thinking one of them wants to marry you, but they don't want to marry you. They just want to hit it. And the ones that do want to marry you, you don't want to marry them. If you did want to marry them, you'd have married them. Right? Ay, ay, ay. 0 for 6. Number 7, friendly. Along being kind, being friendly is perhaps one of the most revered characteristics of quintessential good men. Oh my gosh. Everything they're describing so far is beta, 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 beta. Now you're saying friendly is a characteristic of a good man. There's a lot of good men and they ain't so friendly. Right? Jesus wasn't a friendly guy. Peter wasn't a friendly guy. Paul wasn't a friendly guy. These were not friendly guys. Right? Not friendly guy. David was not a friendly guy. These guys were not friendly guys. But, that didn't mean that they were good men. God saw something in all of them, right? Anyway, Brother Clash, you asked too many questions. I'm like a hustle man, right? You know what? You ask a lot of questions. I know I should. I should stop asking all these questions. But I think they're good questions. The reason being is that we often need to be with people who can strike up a conversation with anyone they meet and build a rapport with them almost immediately. To be friendly often means to be well-liked, which is why so many women find it an attractive quality. Ay, ay, ay. I'll give you friendly. I'll give you friendly. I know I won't give you friendly because women think of friendly as you smiling all the time. I will give you the building rapport. So I will say you have to be, you will probably need somebody that's diplomatic, that can handle things in a diplomatic way. So I'll give you 1 for 7. Okay, 1 for 7. Number 8, fun loving. Most of us need to be in a relationship that makes us happy and brings us joy. One way many men manage to provide this for their partners is by being fun-loving and never being short of ways to bring happiness to their partner. Let me interpret this for you. One way that many men manage to provide, most of us need to be in a relationship that makes us happy. So that translates to most of us need to have, because we are so depressed all the time, we need somebody who can create this illusion of happiness for us at the drop of a hat, right? So who you think is going to be jumping through those hoops on fire, you or her? you're going to be jumping through those hoops to find. But that's what they're saying here. That's the translation. I'm translating this for you. Most of us need to be in a relationship that makes us happy, right? And brings us joy, right? One way that many men manage to provide this for their partners is by being fun-loving and never being short of ways to bring happiness to their partner's life. They just described Will Smith. How's that working for Will Smith? How did that work for Kanye West? How did that work for them? Especially Will Smith is the poster boy for that. He was a goofy, fun-loving guy. He's been a goofy, fun-loving guy for almost 30 years. How's that working for him? I mean, he can't do nothing right in that relationship, right? He can't even be sad right. He can't even be, depressed right. Yeah. So, women, what do you want? Do you want a guy that's jumped through? Well, I don't think you really want that. I think that you listen to these people telling you this bullshit, and you really don't want that. What you want is somebody that's willing to work with you. But me as a man, I can't make you happy. And I can't make you happy if you sad, sometimes something happens, there's a tragedy happen. Okay, yeah, I can understand that. But if you got pretty much a permanent, permanent depression, that's always my job to try to jump through all these hoops to try to make you feel better. Like it's my permanent job and I'm gonna be on that job for the next 30, 40 years. Forget that. There's no reason why any man should walk into that situation while they know. Sometimes you can fall into that situation because a woman can act like, oh, I'm not really depressed all the time. I'm really happy. And you meet their representative and they can hide for a couple of years. But after you spend a little time with the average woman, and not even that, you don't even have to spend years with them. You can spend a couple of months with them. And once you spend a couple of months with them, you see, I see why this girl, she look good, but I see why she's by herself. The work that you're going to have to put in to try to just live with her in peace, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. She's going to expect you, like these days, they fun-loving. They're going to want you to jump through all these hoops. You're going to be like the dude that came to collect from Bernie Mac in the Players Club. You're going to have to be like Charlie Murphy. New York, do something to make me happy. Do something to make me smile. Do something to make me. You're going to be jumping all over, jumping through hoops, doing all of that. Anyway, just breaking it down for you. Come on, we got a couple more to go. We got a few more to go. 9, helpful. May sound terribly practical, but if you have a helpful partner, you will often find that your life is much easier and therefore that much more enjoyable too. Being helpful will vary from man to man. Okay. But as long as their partner finds their help useful, then that is the most important thing. It means they will see this attractive quality so often seen as a trait in a good man and feel more content in their relationship as a result. So let me translate that. You better be able to fix something around the house. The pipes, the electricity, something. You got to be handy some kind of way, right? They don't want to marry another woman that can't do nothing. They want to marry a man that can do something, right? I mean, women have their own qualities too, but they don't want to marry another woman. They want to marry a man that can, something goes wrong around the house, they don't have to worry about it. You can take care of it, right? I mean, man, this is that's it. But I'll give you that one. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Okay, 2 out of 10. I'll give you that one. Number 10, charismatic. Holy smokes. Charm and charisma are so often what attract women to men in the first instance as ever. What some women find charming will be different from what others do, but the first pull of attraction is felt the first pull of attraction that is felt will often be down to some form of charm on the part of a man, right? So a lot of times women, they want you to be charismatic, but they want you to be charismatic, but then they mad that you're charismatic because you attract other women. So they don't want you to be charismatic. They want you to be charismatic, but they don't want you to be charismatic because if you're charismatic, that turns women on, and you're gonna turn other women on. So they want you to not be charismatic, but they want you to be charismatic. See, these kind of women, man, these kind of articles just confuse the hell out of women that don't know what they're doing. They already don't know what they're doing, and these articles kind of confuse the hell out of them. So charismatic, no. Charismatic, no. Yes, you can be charismatic. It's not a problem being charismatic as a man, but you can't control how somebody else is going to accept that charisma. You can't control that, but a lot of women want to control it. All right, let's get on. Let's move on down the line, y'all. Number 11, passionate. While some people can have a successful relationship without passion, yikes, many women will find it very difficult to sustain a relationship where no passion has ever been present. Let me translate that for you. Let me get you. Oh, I see you, Brother Willie. Hold on one second, man. Let me get the right mouse for you. Brother Willie, peace to you, brother. Peace to you. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you having you around, man. I'm just going through this list of stuff for what women want or what women say they want in this article where this woman wrote this article, 31 things that they want in a good man. So we're on number 10, man. We're on number 10. We look it up. But good to see you, Brother Willie. Thanks for stopping through, brother. If you got to go, I understand, man. Just give me a like on the way out. But like I said, I'm going to go through this list, and then I'm going to drop the link after that, brother. Let's see. Oh, okay, I didn't finish it. So, passion is often seen as the key driver that will make two people get together in the first place and can be the one thing that sets apart romantic relationships with platonic ones. Holy smokes. As a result, passion is often a necessary quality in a good man. Let me translate that. What's the name of the woman? What's the name of the woman, brother? Let me get you the name of the woman, Brother Willie. Does it say her name up here? Sonia Schwartz. Sonia Schwartz. She writes for a magazine called Her Norm. Ay ay ay. Her Norm. Yeah, article is 31 qualities of a good man to marry. Ay ay ay. Ouch. So I'm just going through it, brother. I'm just going through it. And and some of this stuff is really it needs to be translated and qualified. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, Brother Willie. Peace to you, brother. Thanks you for checking us out, brother. Passion is often seen as the key driver that will make two people get together in the first place and can be the one thing that sets apart romantic relationships with platonic ones. As a result, passion is often a necessary quality in a good man. What about the passion in a woman? See, let me translate this for you. This is saying you need to be the passionate one in the relationship. So they tell women stuff that's just not right. So now if the man ain't passionate, and he may not be passionate because he's not, you're not arousing him anymore. You won't do things to arouse him. Sometimes with a man, you got to throw a different look at a man, right? Especially if you're treating him, if you're at home and you're treating a man not like a man, not like he wants to be treated, and then he goes to work and he's sitting around a bunch of women that treat him like a man, eventually he's going to add that up and say, you know what? I don't have to take that when I'm going at home. And he's going to get resentful, and then he's going to start going to lunch and going to dinner, and next thing you know, pumping and sweating in the shed. But they telling women, oh, you ain't got to be passionate. He should be passionate to you. And if he's not passionate to you, it's his problem. Don't not even telling the women, hey, if there is no passion, there must be a reason why there's no passion. There have to be a reason why there's no passion. Ay, ay, ay. We got 2 for 11 so far. Number 12, thoughtful. Thinking of others can often get forgotten when thinking about what can make a key character trait in a man. It has historically been seen as a trait necessary to be seen in women. However, with the quality of sexes becoming more balanced, are you kidding? Is she kidding? Women are more likely to need their partners to be thoughtful. Man, this is a bunch of stuff they putting on your plate, man. You are never going to be able to. Only a beta dude is going to have enough room on his plate for all this stuff. Only a beta. And is she going to really respect him? No. She's going to get drug around like Will Smith. Will Smith is thoughtful. He to give his wife a 50th birthday. He got all this stuff, set all this stuff up, and she still wasn't happy. She was pissed off that he had done it. She had no remorse for how she made that man feel after all that work the man put into her birthday. All of these artwork he got, all of this stuff he did for her birthday, and she still wasn't happy. She was actually upset with him over that. See, being thoughtful, you don't get no points for being thoughtful as a man. You don't get no points. You get stepped on. I hope men ain't reading this and thinking, oh man, I'm getting the cheat code. You ain't getting the cheat code. If you follow this advice, thinking you're going to be a good man to some woman, you're going to get stepped on. You're going to get stepped on. There's a very rare woman that can have this stuff in a man and still respect him. All of these things so far. Thoughtfulness, man, is not a trait that most women look for in a man. It's not. So if you over thoughtful, the average woman is not going to see that as a good sign. I'm just telling the truth. Number 13, engaging. For a relationship to last, women commonly need to see the one they are with as so engaging that they can't stop thinking of him. Holy smokes. Particularly at the start of the romance. Being engaging can make a person so much more attractive and alluring to another person as it stops them from blending into the background. That's another thing you got to do. Now they're putting more work on your plate. Now you got to be engaging. How you going to do all this stuff, man? I only read the first 13 out of 31, and you're going to be out of breath doing all this. For the average woman, and then most of these things, the average woman ain't going to respect this stuff. But let me translate engaging. That means you got to always be the one trying to find what to do and how to make. You got to be the life of the party. Like my father used to say, don't be the life of the party. Let somebody else be the life of the party. But now you're going to have to be the life of the party. You're going to have to be the life of the party. This is crazy. And the average woman is not going to respect that. Ask Will Smith. Ask Kanye West. And so many other brothers. 14. Responsible. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. While bad boys are often seen as having a string of women trailing in their wake, a good quality that can often get a woman to be happy, content, and in love in a relationship is if their partner is responsible. This is an important quality, as without it, it means that any of the day-to-day tasks like paying the bills that need to be completed are shared as opposed to shirked by the male. So basically, now they're saying you got to pay all the bills. I'm translating what they're saying. See, they don't say that. They can't say that because then, you can attack them. So they have to say this stuff in code, in woman code. See, being responsible in women code, when they tell you, I want a man that's responsible in woman code, that means the guy is paying all the bills, like Kevin Samuels. Say, how much of the bills do you want to pay? 0, right? I'm 5'3", 250 pounds. I got dress size 16. but I want a man 6'5", making $750,000 a year. And I'm going to get, God is going to bring him to me. God is going to bring that man to me. Kevin Samuels, you are the devil. You a liar. God is going to bring me this man. Okay, sister. Okay. Let's move on because we got a lot to get to. Number 15, honest. Now we're getting somewhere. So what did we say before? Responsible, but not paying all the bills. Responsible means you need to take care of your own business first. As a man, take care of your own business first. Brother Be Easy, what's up, brother? I'm going through this list of things that women want to get married. This is a list, 31 things that women look for in a man, quote unquote, should look for a man, based on this lady's article on this website. So I'm at number 15, Brother Be Easy. Good to have you in the building. Number 15, honesty. So before responsible, yeah, but you need to be responsible as a man for your own stuff first. So realize when a woman tells you she wants you to be responsible, she's telling you she wants you need to be fiscally, financially, most of the time. There's some women out there that pay their own bills and stuff, but most of the time, Brother Be Easy. A laundry list. Yeah, it's a laundry list, brother, but we're gonna go through it, man. I'm gonna dissect it and translate it for you, brother, so you can understand what the kind of foolishness they giving each other, advice they giving each other, and they can't explain why they sad or why they alone, so they keep telling themselves. Sister Dawn, appreciate you, Sister Dawn, in the building. I'm talking about your homegirls. Your homegirls out here giving bad advice, Sister Dawn. So I'm just going through it. Hey, woo. And Sister Dawn, thank you for that Cash App. Appreciate you for that. Brother Be Easy. Did they also make a list of wifey benefits you shall receive as a husband? I don't think so, Brother Be Easy. I don't think so. But I ain't got to the bottom yet, man. I ain't got to the bottom. Let me get there. Let me see. They might surprise us, brother. We'll see. 15, honesty. Without a doubt, honesty is a necessity in a man and a relationship as a consequence. Without being honest, a woman can never be sure the guy they are with is telling the truth and is trustworthy. When there is no trust in a partnership, it can be very difficult to sustain, as it makes two people act with jealousy or even lash out at each other if and when lies are unfolded. Now, this is okay. Now, I can get with the honesty part. So now they got what? 3 out of 15. I give them 3 out of 15. Brother P.E., Sister Don, you ain't lying. I know, Sister Don, I ain't lying. I mean, but you know, check out. You see how much bad advice your homegirls are out here giving. This is an article that a woman made on this website, and she's giving out all this bad advice to women. So women think, oh, if I find them these 31 things in a man, you ain't gonna find these 31 things in no one man, right? And the ones you do, you ain't gonna respect. But you guys go check it out back on the replay, Sister Don. You'll see what I'm talking about. Brother, Be Easy. I won't hold my breath. But Liz, yeah, don't hold your breath, brother. Don't hold your breath. Let me get through it, then I can put the link out, brother. Let's see. Yeah, honesty. We can get with that. I can definitely get with that. That is a good trait in a man, period. Loyal. For a man to be a good candidate to a couple, he needs to be loyal to a fault. Holy smokes. Let me translate that for you guys. What that means is, if you loyal to a fault, look at Will Smith. Look at Kanye West. That is what they're talking about. You need to be loyal to her faults, not a fault, her faults. She sleep with some other dude. She do some other kind of situation. You need to be loyal to her and help guide her through it. I'm translating this for you. So what do a lot of these women do? What a lot of these women will do is they will test you by putting you in situations to see if you're going to stay with them, even though they done stepped on your feelings. Oh no, here I go again. Boom, there's another one right over everybody's head. Sister Don. Oh yes, they're giving bad advice, and she probably don't got a man herself. That's what I'm saying, Sister Don. This is my point, and they propagating it, the bad information out there to these people, and to the single youngsters. They don't even know what they're doing out here. They don't know what they're doing. They see an article like this. Oh, finally, I got the information I need to get a man, to get a good man, and it's crap like this. It's not qualified. They tell stuff, but it's not qualified. It's not having been qualified properly. Sister Dunn, exactly. You see what I'm saying, Sister Dunn. Let me get through it. Let's see. Loyal. Yeah, so they want you to be loyal to her faults, not yours, hers, right? If he is not loyal, he is likely to be selfish and only ever thinks of himself. So Will Smith, if he left Jada Pinkett after she slept with the little boy she slept with, the rapper, he wasn't just thinking of himself, right? He wouldn't have been loyal. See, that's what I'm saying. Women will test you on your loyalty a lot of times. Sorry, Sister Don, I got to talk about your homegirls. They will test you. They will test you on to see how much you really care about them. Because you got movies and you got articles like this that tell, hey, you got a good man if he'll stay with you after you sleep with his best friend. Stupid. But I'm loosely translating what this is saying. This can make a partnership very difficult to be a part of, as it can quickly become very one-sided. Relationships need to be balanced to be healthy. Yes, they do. But they don't talk about the one-sidedness that the men have to go through. The men have to go through the one-sidedness. See, this list of things is going to make a situation one-sided against the man. But they're not telling the women that. They're not telling these young women that read these articles this kind of stuff. Sister Don, yes, and how much they can get away with. Yeah, I mean, man, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. But these women want to see. The women want to see. Oh, when you say you love, I love you. They're gonna put you to the test, and especially when you say something like this. I'll never leave you, no matter what. A woman will put you to the test. The average one, I would say a woman, the average woman will put you to the test on that. They will really put you through the ringer to see if you really said that, if you really mean that. It's a trip. Anyway, loyalty. Yes, you need loyalty in a relationship. I'm not saying you as a man shouldn't be loyal, but what I'm saying is you should be loyal as long as it should match the respect that you're getting in the relationship. If you're getting this much respect, you should be this loyal. If you're getting this much respect, you should be this loyal. You shouldn't be loyal if you're getting this much respect and then be this loyal. No, that's out of whack. That's out of whack. Your loyalty should match exactly the respect that you're getting out of a relationship. And I'm talking about women too. Women too. If you're not being respected or treated like you should be treated, then why should you be loyal to somebody else? Why should you be loyal to them? Oh, they got money. So what? You can get your own money in this world, in this America. A woman can go out there and make just as much or more as a man out there. That's why alimony, that should be done. The most you should pay for is somebody, keep them afloat as long as they can get an education. Once they get their education, I shouldn't have to pay nothing no more. Now you on your own. Sister Don. Exactly. Loyalty and respect go together. Yes, it's done. You know what I'm saying? I'm only going to be as loyal as I'm being respected in the relationship. If I'm not being respected, then I'm not going to be loyal. Why should I be loyal? That math doesn't add up. Are they telling people that, Sister Don? Is she saying that? No. She ain't saying that. That's my point. They're giving these women these false scenarios. Like, if this man ain't willing to fall on a knife for you under any circumstance, then he's not a good man. And you blowing by good men. You blowing by good men because you're misinterpreting this stuff. You miss not seeing what's going on here. All right, y'all, let's continue. Number 17, generous. A generous guy is a wonderful quality to have in a prospective boyfriend or husband. It does not necessarily mean that he showers you with gifts all the time, but more that he is willing to be giving in emotional ways too. Sometimes. Can't be like that all the time. Men cannot be generous all the time. You can't be. I can't be generous with my time all the time because I have things to do and I have deadlines I got to meet. Right? If it don't happen, if I don't pay this bill by a certain time, then we got a problem. So I can't be generous with my time right now. This morning when I was coming into my office, I knew I had some work I had to do. I had some stuff I had to do. I had to take care of today. But I was sitting with her. She had came in. She woke up. She curled up with me. I was sitting in my recliner. She came up. She curled up with me. We was having a good old time watching her favorite cartoon. But I had to be willing to break her heart and tell her, "Hey, I gotta go, baby. I gotta go." She said, "Don't leave." I said, "I know, but I gotta go. I gotta go." Was I being generous? No. I had to take that time that she was wanting to spend with me. I had to take it because I had to invest that time into having her have things later. Right? There's things I want to do for this baby, and I can't do it sitting at the house in a recliner. I can't do it there. I got to get over here and hustle. Right? That baby ain't gonna want for nothing if I can help it. Right? And me and my son, we on the case. Right? Sister Don, you had to do what you needed to do. Yeah, but you see what I'm saying, Sister Don? Some women would look at that and say, "Man, you should just sit there and spend time with that baby." I spend time with her, but you know what? She got to understand that she'll understand later, right? I can't. The time I was gonna sit there with her, I need to invest here so I can get the stuff done here that ultimately will result in me being able to give her some of the things that I'm trying to set her up for right now. I'm trying to set this baby up for her 18th birthday, right? She's only 3 years old. I'm trying to set her up. I can't set her up with me sitting there with her curled up with me when I could be here putting some things together to make her life better, right? But some women would say, "Well, then you ain't being generous." But my wife know me. She know I'm gonna go get it. So ain't no point in trying to talk me out of it. That ain't no point. Just let me go. I'll see you later. They'll tell me I'll see you later. Sister Dunn, right? You don't have to make you don't make money watching cartoons. You know what I'm saying? Not me. I ain't at that point yet, Sister Dunn. There's some of us that can, but I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. When I get there yet, I'll hit you, Sister Dunn. I'll say, "Hey, Sister Dunn, this is how I'm doing. This is how I'm getting this bread, watching these cartoons." I will hit you. Be the first one I'll hit, Sister Dunn. This is how I'm getting this bread. But until then, I gotta hustle. I gotta hustle like the rest of us. Sister Dunn, you have to balance your time. You're right. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to balance your time. But see, the thing is, people will write articles like this, and then the women that don't know no better, right? They won't understand. They won't know how to comprehend this and crunch this into a situation where they understand, okay, this man got to go get out there. This man got to go get out there and get that money or set up the situation for the money, right? You got to build the mousetrap. Sister Dunn, please let me know. Oh, yeah, I got you, sis. I got you. Soon as it happened, you gonna be the first one. You was my first Cash App. Well, actually, the lead attorney was my first Cash App, but you were my first subscriber with Cash App. I got you. I got you. When I can sit there and just watch cartoons, I'm gonna hit you. Hey, Sister Don, hit me up. I got some information for you. But until then, let's keep it pushing. Everybody else, they're gonna have to work. They're gonna have to really work around persuading me to try to give them that information. But you know my heart, Sister Don. I probably would give it to them anyway. But you're the first one on the list. Okay. Anyway, let's finish our article. Patience. Number 18. One of the many overlooked qualities of a good man is the fact that patience is such a wonderful trait to have in a person, let alone someone that you're a part of a couple with. The reason being is that it allows you to be the person you are naturally without fear. You are without fear. So do you think Jada Pinkett has fear of who she is? She knows she's a Cruella, and she's gonna do it. That will get angry with some of your lesser characteristics. Should you be paid? See. Let me tell you something about good dudes. Good dudes. See, they're confusing good dudes with dudes that have less options. Dudes that feel they have less options are less likely to be impatient. Guys that have good dudes that got good options, they're not going to be patient. They're going to be reasonably patient, but they're not going to be super patient. If you're dealing with a crackpot, they're not going to sit around and deal with no crackpot. You got women out here they're crackpots. They got a screw loose. But they telling you, oh, the guy should be patient with you. You got a screw loose. He should be running around you like Minnie Mouse, running behind you, putting water on all the fires you out there starting. No. This list is just crazy, man. This is crazy. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Like I said, it's a business model. Like April Mason said, if you give women fluff, you'll make a lot of money. And that's what they're doing. I get it. But I don't want men looking at this saying, damn, man, that's the blueprint of how to, if I just be all this stuff, a woman's going to want to be with me. Not the kind of woman you want. Not the kind of woman you want. And they're going to treat you the way you want to be treated. Sister Don, good men in general are not very patient. They try as best they can. Yeah, especially successful guys, really successful guys are not patient. They can't afford to be patient, right? You got a business and you're patient. You tell one of the guys, hey, look, this deal is riding on your portion of the project. We need it done now. And you come in and it's still not done. The next day, it's still not done. The next day, it's still not done. People are going to lose their jobs. You don't get this contract, you have to lay people off. Can't afford to be patient. So guys like that, they can't afford to be patient. So they're not patient. They might be patient with their children, but with their wife, their expectations are so high in their lives. They expect a lot because they feel like I'm giving a lot in return. So they're going to expect a lot. So patience is not going to be one of the top things in their toolbox. They might be patient, but it's not going to be one of the top things in their toolbox because they can't afford to be. They can't afford to be like that, right? You can't afford to be like that. Maybe if I'm patient at my job, I had a company, 4,000 or 5,000 people, and we got a project that needs to be done so these Chinese investors can give us $400 million or whatever. I can't. Well, I'll give it to the next day. The next day. I can't do that. We got too many people's jobs riding on this. Too many people's families. See, so they can't be patient like that. Anyway, I hope that women are understanding what I'm saying. Maybe y'all can see it in the replay. Sister Don, maybe they see you and understand. I ain't barking at women. I'm just trying to tell you you can interpret this so that you can win. Interpret so you can win. Sister Don, yes, they provide they provide so their expectations are high. I agree. Yeah, they put in so much that they can't afford to be really patient all the time. That's not a good, see, if you got a good dude, and especially a guy that's making good money, he's in leadership at the job and stuff, he's not gonna, you can't be patient. At the job I work at, you can't be patient. And you tell dude, hey, if you do XYZ, I work in the electrical field. You can't be patient with people, man. Somebody's gonna get killed, right? I have a lot of I had a lot of I had a lot of patience when I was younger. Once I started working here, you can't have patience, man. People will die. Somebody will die. Oh, I forgot. You can't be. I forgot. You can't. Somebody get killed. So the woman have to understand that patience might not be one of the first qualities. Brother Willie, I didn't know what real patience was until I had kids. There you go. Now, you might be patient with them. You might be patient with them. You're right, Willie Dean. Yeah, you're right. You might be patient with them. Well, you got no choice. You got no choice to be. You got to be patient with them. Your wife, unfortunately, sometimes we can bring that same attitude we have in the workplace at home. We want home to run just as smooth as the workplace. And sometimes the wife has been through so much in the day, man, she just forgot or she just haven't had a chance to get it done. So we got to exercise that patience. But sometimes the wife has to tell you, hey, brother, you're not, wait a minute, hold on, man. I had a rough day. My wife told me yesterday, I had a rough day. I said, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I was like, I'm watching TV. I had to turn the TV off and listen to what she was telling me. Because I was like, yeah, whatever, right? But I had to turn the TV off because she was like, I had a rough day. I just want to tell you what happened. I was like, okay. I didn't realize I was rushing her, what she was saying, because I kind of, you know how in your head you think, oh, I know what she's going to say. I already know what you're going to say. I already see it coming. But that's not how it happened. So she told me some stuff, and I'm glad I stopped to listen. But we got to work on that. We as men have to work on the patience part. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't see that up front, you think, oh man, this guy's no good. I'm gonna blow him away. And a lot of these women are blowing good dudes because they don't see these things up front. Ay. Come on, y'all. We got a couple more to go. Let's get through this list and then let's talk about it. Let's see here. Oh, here's another one. Number 19, caring. When you're with someone, you will almost always require them to be caring towards you. Yet it is not always the case that all men are caring all of the time. Good point. And what does caring mean, by the way? It is a shame, and as it's a great trait to have in life, and may make things so much better between the two of you that he is caring towards you as a standard. So the question is, what is caring? That's the question. From whose perspective is the caring? Brother Willie, Brother Clarence, sounds to me like this young woman is listing all characteristics that she would like in a man to have, so she would be able to walk all over him. That's what I'm saying, Brother Willie. That's what I'm saying. This is my point. But not only her, now she is propagating it out into the world, out into the public. So there's a lot of girls out there that didn't grow up with their fathers, that didn't grow up with seeing really male situations, except for the mom having boyfriends, right? So now this person these girls will see an article like this and say, aha, now I got the cheat code on how to get a good man. All I got to do is look for all 31 of these things in one man. And the average man ain't even half of this stuff. Or if they are at times those things, and then at other times, most of the times they're not, because they can't afford to be. Brother Willie, Clarence, are you an electrician? I'm a trainer of all kind of electrical workers, brother. Electricians, what you call it, linemen. I train those type of guys for safety. So yeah, brother, I work in that field. I'm in the IBEW. So yeah, brother. But and they have, I mean, you talking about zero patience, zero tolerance, zero patience. Brother Willie, what they will do, they will, I've seen them make grown men cry up on that pole. I've seen them make them cry. But why they make them cry, Brother Willie? Because they got to know, those guys, those linemen up there, they got to know you playing around with their lives up there. They got to know, even if you pissed off at them, you still going to do what you're supposed to do. So they'll bust you, man. They'll make you cry up there just to see if you're going to still do what you're supposed to do. If they crack you, they're going to tell they soup, hey, this dude ain't going to make it, man. They bust you and you hand them the wrong tool, they say, this dude ain't going to make it, man. I don't want to be in a bucket with him, right? Okay, I'm in local union, IBW, local 236. Cool, brother. I'm in IBW. I'm local 18, brother. Local 18 out here in LA. Yes. Yeah, brother. So you know, Willie, man. I mean, you know, especially in the electrical field, man, there is no patience, man. There ain't no patience. Nobody don't have no patience for you. Nobody's gonna let you kill them. Oh, I forgot. No, everybody's real anal about safety, right? They real anal about safety, man. They don't have no nothing. they ain't gonna let you do nothing out there. One mistake, they're gonna tell they soup, hey, because they don't want to be in a bucket with you. He ain't taking this too seriously. I have to let dudes go because they was out there on their phones and all that. It's crazy. Oh man, we got a union party going on. What's going on, Sister Don? You in the union too? We got a union party going on. All right, brothers and sisters. All right, all right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And see, you know, these unions don't play, man. They don't play. They tell you straight out, man. Safety number one. Safety is job one. Brother Willie, this is a fact. It's too dangerous to be out there playing around, man. Well, man, we cut them. See, Brother Willie, we do some of it in some of the inside training and some of the outside training, right? Man, if they can't even follow no directions in the classroom, that's it, bro. I done seen them get cut second day, first day. Just put all your books on the table. Take all your books off the table. And they on their phone, they ain't paying attention, and we told them to take their books off the table. Man, our senior lead, before he retired, he had no mercy, bro. This dude was like, that's it. We gotta let that guy go. I'll be like, what? You gonna let him go already? Like, yeah, man, we gotta let that guy go, man. You see, he still got his books on his table. That's like, what? I said, man, he ain't listening. We can't put him out there with these other people, man. He gonna kill somebody. Damn. Y'all right, brothers and sisters. Union strong. Yeah. Look for that union label. Yeah, y'all. So y'all in the union, so y'all know how I go. You know what I mean? So yeah, nobody don't play around. Nobody don't play around. All right, we almost through, y'all. We almost through. Number 20, attentive. Well, some women may find that a man who is consistently around as an irksome trait to have within a partner, it is always great to know that you are within an attentive man. You want to break that down? You want me to translate that? That means you got to be like Will Smith, man. You got to be all over this woman. Wherever you go, wherever you do, you got to be running behind her like a puppy off the porch, running all behind her. Right? You can't do that, man. You can't do that. That's a bad look. It'd be better for the woman running behind you like Minnie Mouse, right? It would be a better look. You know, like Anton Daniels, he shows his wife running behind him like Minnie Mouse at the Piston games, right? But it's a better look than him running around behind her. How would it look if he was running around behind her? You know what I'm saying? It would just look bad. And people won't really respect that in the men. in men. I'm not saying you got to do it, but it just looks. That's the way it looks. Sister Don, right? She wants someone up there need her. Yeah, I mean, we all want to be attended to. I mean, I'm not saying that it's bad, but you can't have it out of whack, right? You know, there's a term in Islam called exceeding the limits, and it's called they say harem. In English they pronounce it harem. In Arabic it's pronounced haram, where you have more than you should have, more than you supposed to, because you don't need to. This is excess. You don't need the excess, right? And I'm saying you don't need the excess. You need to be attentive, yes, but the excess, that's what they're talking about here. They want you to be excessively attentive. What does that mean? That's crazy. You as a man, you're going to be following around somebody like Minnie Mouse all over the place. Who's going to respect that in you as a man? If they see you, baby, where are you? Where are you? Jada, where are you? Where are you? Will Smith looked like an idiot. Kanye West looked like an idiot. They look like idiots. Why? Because they don't know no better. Ain't nobody else in their ear to tell them. Ain't nobody else in their ear to tell them. Sister Don, up under her man, I mean. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not saying that woman should be up under you. But if we got to choose between which one looks better, a man being all up under the woman or the woman being up all under the man. I mean, which one looks better? And you can have a mild version of that where you're just kind of hanging out together. Nobody don't really have to be up under nobody. You know what I mean? You guys just appreciate being around each other. But this article is telling women, oh, you got if the guy's not all up under you, I mean, I'm translating it. If the guy's not all up under you, then he's not attentive to you. He's not being attentive to you. Crazy. Sister Don, can I be all the time? No, you can't be all the time. Nobody can be, especially if you got children. You got children, man. Your woman's not gonna be there all the time. You're gonna come home and there's not gonna be nothing cooked sometimes. That's gonna happen, man. With children, stuff comes up. You're gonna come home and your bath water's not being run. Or whatever your routine is when you come home. Sometimes your routine is gonna be broken, especially if there's children in the house. Because stuff comes up. You have to be understanding. That's what you really need to be as a man, understanding. You have to have understanding. You got to understand that, man. You know what? A woman's day is just as hard as yours, especially when she's dealing with a whole bunch of children. Now, if she's sitting at home by herself watching TV, that's a whole different story. But if she's just as invested in you got children, God has some understanding for that. God has some, and she runs your program. She teaches them your program. Gotta have some understanding for a woman like that. Definitely, for sure. Brother Willie, she's better off just buying a dog. Yeah, but see, Brother Willie, a dog ain't in the union, ain't making that union money, brother. A dog, you know what I'm saying? A man, you're gonna have all these things plus his access to his finances. See? That's the unsaid thing that's not being said here. That's the unsaid thing, right? All of this stuff is, these are traits of a man. Yeah, this is the surface stuff. The unsaid rule is, what unsaid thing is, you got a man, you got access to his finances. Buy me this, buy me that, buy me this, buy me that, right? All right, let's finish up. Attentive. When a woman finds that it's constantly around an irksome trait to be within a party, it's always great to know that you're an attentive man who will be aware of your moods and needs. That means you're going to put up with her bullish all the time. If you are the man who will intuitively know what you need and when, now I got to have a crystal ball. I got to intuitively know what you need, right? What's wrong? Nothing. 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 What do you mean nothing? You should know what's wrong. But I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Nothing. Never mind, forget it. Okay, let's forget it. See, you don't even care. Wait, you said forget it, right? How many of us been down that rabbit hole? Right? But see, I'm telling you, man, these articles like this, they setting you up for this stuff, man. So a woman come in, and there's a poor woman, it ain't their fault. These young girls in that poor, it ain't even their fault, man. They walk straight into this bad advice. They walk straight into this bad advice. Then they try to apply it, and then they chase a good dude off. A good dude is out of there. Or they don't have no way to even, like, they see a dude and he's not intuitively intended, whatever, right? And they just say, you know what, you ain't my guy. And they throw a good dude out the window because he wasn't attentive enough. Sister Don, laugh out loud. We do say that, right? Yeah, we all been down that rabbit hole, Sister Don. We all been down that rabbit hole. Oh, man. Number 21, sexually attractive. Ouch. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. While some people may otherwise, if you want to be with some people may say otherwise, should be a comma there. If you want to be with the guy, comma, you will most likely need that guy to be sexually attractive. Okay. However, being sexually attractive will vary from person to person. Okay. True, it's subjective. The reason being is that not only do some people like appearances to be a certain way, which will be different from how other people perceive being attractive to be, but personality also plays a large part in how attractive we find a person. We therefore can find some men sexually attractive simply because we like their personality so much. Let me translate that one. What that one means is, Sister Keisha, glad to see you in the building. We're just going over this crazy list, Sister Keisha. Going over this crazy list of 31 things that a woman should be looking for in a husband. 31 traits that a woman should be looking for in a husband. Anyway, so let me translate this one for you. You better have some money in your pocket. You better have some redeeming qualities, such as a big bank account, a high income, lots of assets. You better have some redeeming quality if you ain't as easy on the eye. Because that's basically what they're saying to you. They're saying, hey, look for other things. If he ain't, they say personality, that could be anything to the average woman. So they're telling them, hey, if he don't look that good, he might have some other personality. Or, like I said, or he might have some other sexual qualities that she might consider good, right? But what if he don't? What if he don't have any of this stuff going on right now? They and he's a good dude. Whoosh, right out the window. Like the Three Stooges. Whoosh, right out the window, right? They throw good men right out the window. Right out the window, right? Number 22, interesting. A guy who is not interesting is a difficult man to have an attraction to, and it is important quality to having a good guy. Holy smoke. Now you got to be smart. Now you got to be get smart. Now you got to be Maxwell Smart. Holy smokes. Now you got to be interesting. You got to be, what was that guy that was on the Dos Equis commercial? The most interesting man in the world? Holy smokes. Now you got to be him. Men so often believe that if they look great or if they earn enough money, that they will be able to strike up a partnership with any woman that they meet. Let me tell you why men think that. Men think that because the marketplace is so flooded with so many women. It is not like it was 20 years ago. The market is flooded with women. The market is flooded with women. You don't have to go out there. Somebody sent me something saying, oh, you just don't know how to cold approach. I made a video talking about cold approaching is out. Going up to a woman and saying, hey, baby, how you doing? Can I buy you a drink? That's out. You don't have to do that no more. All you have to do is Go to hey, why don't we go get some coffee? Or why don't we go get you want to go get some coffee or something? You ain't gotta be hey baby, how you? You ain't gotta do all that no more. You don't even have to do that no more. Cold approaching is out. Really, it's so many women out here, man. If you just stay on your grind, you stay on your grind, and you're gonna run into women. You will run into women because they out here, and women will find you. Man, once you put together like a Mack truck, women will find you. Women have a sixth sense for men that are financially empowered. They have a sixth sense. They can find that dude anywhere. They're like them cadaver dogs. Women are like those cadaver dogs. They can find a dead body within 5 mile radius. Women are like that, man. They will a dude that has that's financially set. A woman could, they got a better nose than a bear. They can find, they can find, a man like that. So all you gotta do is stay on your grind, and work on yourself as a good person. I'm not saying you should make a bunch of money so you can be an asshole to women. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying once you establish yourself financially, now you can start taking a little more time to work on yourself and become a better person, the kind of person that a good woman would want to see. Because that's going to be my next one. What the things they want in a woman, right? And see if that list is accurate, right? We as men, we don't even know what a good woman. We want a good woman. We all want good women, right? Once we get tired of playing the whole, musical chairs, premarital sex musical chairs game, now we get to a point where we say, man, I'm tired of doing this. It costs a lot of time. It's a lot of time and effort, and I'm not getting nowhere. Why don't I go ahead and settle down, right? Why don't I go ahead and settle down? Sister Don, very true. Yeah, why don't I go ahead and settle down? So we say, okay, we're gonna settle down. But then we go, wait a minute. All I know is how to be sexually attracted to a woman. I don't even know what a good woman look like. Because why? You've been passing them up. Because they don't have their breasts hanging out. A good woman ain't got their breasts popping out. Good women ain't got their behinds popping out of the skirt. That if they sneeze, everything is going to be out there, right? So you're walking by good women. Because good women are going to work, going home. They're not really out there hanging out in the bars and clubs and stuff like that. They're not doing that. So you just walking right past them. You're working with them. I'm talking about the single guys. You're working with them. You're maybe in some type of club, but where are single women that's good women? They're at places of value. They might be doing walks, or they're in classes, or they just sitting around watching TV all the time. They may do that from time to time, but they're not doing that all the time because they got to work, they got other commitments, they doing stuff. They doing stuff. They volunteering, they're whatever, they doing stuff. Don't expect the women to just be sitting around the house, or they just gonna be they're gonna knock on your door. Who is it? It's a good woman. I'm here. It's a line of us out here. We got all our applications, we got our resumes here, and we ready to be interviewed. It don't work that way. They'll find you though. They will find you, but they will find you at different spots if you're in places where good people hang out. Let me say it like that. If you go hang out where Pookie and Ray Ray is, good women ain't gonna be where Pookie and Ray Ray is. It's gonna be women there, but it won't be the good ones. It won't be the kind you want to marry. Sister Don, right? They're ready to settle down with some good cooking and TLC. Sister Don, I'm telling you, it's so easy to get a man. It's so easy to get a man. All you got to do is have some good cooking and some TLC. Man, I don't care if you got one eyeball hanging out of your eye. Yes, at first he going to be like, well, I'm going to still be running around here. But I'm telling you, ain't nothing like good cooking and TLC. Once you do that, I'm telling you, a man will say, you know what? Well, it's the way that eyeball hangs out of her eye. That's my girl. He ain't gonna care. you know what I'm saying? You empty his tank, give him a good meal, and tuck him in the bed. and make sure his clothes are clean. I don't care if Rihanna come over too. I don't care if Rihanna runs up on him. You send him out of the house with an empty tank. He's gonna be like, yeah, that's wrong. She looked good, but shit. What I got at home, she ain't worth the trouble. She ain't worth the trouble. But the young girls, who's teaching that? Young girls, ain't nobody teaching that to young girls today. You know what they're telling young girls? You ain't got to do it. You just wait until you're 30. Wait until you're 40. Wait until you're 50. Then you can settle down. Freeze your eggs. Freeze your eggs. Freeze your eggs. I mean, in some instances that makes sense, but to start out at 20 years old with that mentality, like, hey, if I get too late down the road, I'll just freeze my eggs. So you got people like Kendra G giving this information out, sending women to the doghouse, sending them to the slaughterhouse. And tell us, you know what you should be telling women? You should be telling women, hey, if you're between 20 and 35, you need to do like white women, Asians, and our Latino sisters. You need to get on it. See, between 20 and 35, those women take marriage seriously. Most of them. I'm sure, there's some that don't, but I mean, for the most part, they take it seriously. We, on the flip side, we got a few that take it seriously, but we got most of ours. We want hot girl summers and go to Jamaica and all of that, and being with Langston and whatever, right? And that's cool. That's cool. But when you doing that and you saying, I'll get married later, I'll get married later, I'll get married later, I'll get married later, I'll get married later. And you put more wear and tear on that vagina, more wear and tear on that vagina, more wear and tear on that vagina. Most men are going to look at that and say, it's just too much wear and tear on this vagina for me to commit. I'll have fun with you. I'll take you to this hotel, motel, whatever. But as far as putting my name on you, I'm not going to do that because I can see that you have so much wear and tear on your vagina, and it comes out in your attitude. You could say, "Bro, Clarence, how can you tell this woman got all this wear and tear on the vagina?" Because it comes across as masculinity in the average woman's behavior, right? Look at April Mason. It comes across as masculinity. So when a woman comes from this masculine place, it represents that they have had they got a lot of miles on the vagina, and that is not what men getting married want to see. All right, Sister Dunn. Sister Dunn, they're gonna kick you out of the sisterhood. You better stop agreeing with me. They're gonna kick you right on out of the woman's hood, the women's meeting. So you and Sister Keisha gonna get kicked right on out. But it's unfortunate because women get so much bad information. These young women get so much bad information, man, that they get rid of they get rid of good men that just need a little more tender TLC and a little more patience with them, and you'll start to receive some benefits, right? But because he ain't making $100,000 a year right now. I'll get back with him when he makes $100,000 a year. I'll find him on Facebook. I know he's in attorney school. I'll get with him when he graduates. He said he graduating in 4 years. I'll get with him when he graduates. Meanwhile, I'm gonna put this vagina out there on Craigslist and have at it. I'm gonna put it on Bumble. I'm gonna put it on POF. I'm gonna put it on all these different casual sex dating sites, and have at it. Then when he's done being an attorney, he's got his attorney business going. I'm gonna bring him, a shattered, bruised, and battered vagina. No. The whole thing is you need to preserve as much of your vagina as possible. And if you have had lots of sex and your vagina does have a lot of miles on it, you got to get a cleanse, man. That's the only way. That the only way that you're showing a man, hey, I'm going to get rid of all this stuff from these other men. That's the only way you can show a man that you can do that. You going into church saying, I'm born again, that don't clean you out. That don't just clean you out. No. You got to get a cellular cleanse to clean all of those other men's essence out of you. That'll make you ready for the next man. But you don't hear me, though. You don't hear me. I'm talking about the young women. They don't hear me. They don't want to listen to me. They think I'm, like a bird. My wings spread so far. My wings spread so far, and my feathers are so beautiful. I will always be able to attract a man. I will always be able to attract a man, no matter how much I age. But you don't realize, like any bird, your feathers start falling out. At a certain point, your feathers start coming out, and they don't grow back. And that once beautiful plume you had, if you use it in the wrong way, those feathers fall out. And then you go, oh no, I want to get somebody before all these feathers fall out. Price yourself out the game. Sister Dunn, right? They're gonna throw us out. Yeah, they're gonna throw you guys out. They're gonna get rid of you guys. Absolutely. You're gonna come back to your seat, and they're gonna say, the security guard gonna be standing there saying, hey, Sister Dunn, Sister Keisha, come follow us. You guys out the meeting. But we just got here to the women's meeting. Yeah, but you guys are out. You over there listen to Brother Clarence, you guys are out. You guys are out. He ain't as bad as Kevin Samuels, but he's close. You got to go. All right, y'all, let's finish up. Interesting, right? Men so often believe that if they look great, they can earn enough money, or if they earn enough money, they will be able to strike up a partnership with any woman they meet. That's generally true, especially in today's market. So many women on the market today. It's generally true. However, this is not always what women want in a man. Really. Instead, a good guy to a lot of women, that is one that is interesting and can talk well at length over a variety of topics. Really. Really. So let me see what that. So this goes back to, you got to be always entertaining them. You got to always be ready to entertain them, right? So this woman's giving this advice out to women and telling women, you should be with a guy that's always, entertaining you, right? He's got to be interesting, right? You got to have a story. Yeah. And a lot of us do have stories, right? I was here, Sister Don and Brother Willie, you guys in union, right? You guys got a bunch of stories, right? You either did it, heard it, or somebody almost, or what they call, in our union, they call them, what do they call them? Not close calls, but they call them something else. Damn it, what's the word they use? Near misses. They call them near misses. The stuff that could have happened, but luckily it didn't happen. Luckily nothing happened, but they call them near misses, right? So we either did it, somebody else did it, or it was a near miss, so we had it, right? And in our meetings, our monthly meetings, we talk about what they call near misses, where this happened, but this situation could have been worse, but the grace of God, it didn't get that way, right? Or the person realized what was going on and changed up. But you got to be interested, right? Now you got to be interested. So the bad advice is the women that see this say, oh, well, this man don't talk. Maybe he might be a quiet guy, right? He might be the kind of guy that's quiet and he don't talk that much. He only talk about people. There's some guys that only talk around people they know. And people take that as offensive, but everybody's not bubbly and, they're going to talk to everybody. I'm like, you guys remember Brother Corey, right? He said he sold cars for 7 years. I sold shoes for 12 years, off and on. I worked for a great American company called Foot Locker. I sold shoes. You had to be able to talk to talk people into buying $150 pairs of tennis shoes. You had to be able to talk. So we had to learn how to build rapport quick, right? Get them to give them a call to action fast, motivate them quick. We had to know how to do that quick, right? But I'm saying a lot of guys ain't in sales. They just go like most of the guys I work with. They know them guys don't talk a lot. They don't talk a lot, man. They basically go to work and they go home, right? But see, these girls gonna misinterpret that sometime away and say, "Oh, this guy, he don't talk that much, so he's not interesting." Whoop, let me move on. And took a good man and threw him down the river. Sister Keisha, laugh out loud. I'm an elder anyway, getting this knowledge to pass on to the younger women. Please, Sister Keisha, please. I'm showing the ridiculousness of this article and how it's a lot of stuff is not being qualified. So the girls that will read these articles, they will actually go out and try to, with a notepad, and try to get all of these different things in one man. And if they don't find one of these things in the man, they'll say, "Oh, well, he's not interesting, so therefore he's not ready to be married." When the guy's just not the type of guy that's going to be talking all the time, right? Anyway, let's continue, y'all. Let's keep going. We're almost there. 23, courteous. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Being courteous is one of the qualities that has slowly been forgotten about over time and is a trait that should be seen in both men and women. However, when it comes to men, it is it's really a good quality to see, as it shows that they have the respect for all people if they are courteous through their lives and in all situations. Okay, we call courteous, where I work at, we call it mutual respect. We show mutual respect. You respect everybody. You respect everyone, because you never know. You never know. You never know. We work in a lot of dangerous situations. And some of these people are crazy. We work in Los Angeles, man. Some of these people are crazy. They are absolutely out of their mind, bonkers. They're off their meds. They on their meds. Some of these people been sitting in their house and ain't seen nobody in 3-4 months. Their children don't check on them, nothing. They want to talk your head off. When you knocking on the door, just ask them, "Hey, can we see the equipment over there?" No, they just got their head. I mean, you know what I mean? And some of these people are crazy. And some of these people pull weapons on you. You know what I mean? You guys know. You guys in the union, you know. So, no, man, no. But you should be courteous. Should be courteous. All of us, we got to respect everyone, because if you, hey, open up. We got to go see this equipment. Let us in. We can't talk like that to people, man. Some of these people been in the military, man. They had bad experiences in the military. And they just waiting. So yeah, you got to be respectful at all times, and be you got to be courteous at all times to everyone. So I give them that. So we got 4 out of 24. 4 out of 24 I give them. Sister Don, that's why I like to hear Brother Clarence. He teach the right way. I try, Sister Don. I try. Now you're gonna get yourself kicked out again. When they gave you a timeout, Sister Don, in the women's meeting, then they was gonna bring you back to your seat, but now they're gonna just walk you outside. Sister Keisha, you amen in Sister Don, they're gonna take you right back, and they're gonna take the both of y'all right out. They was gonna bring y'all back. They was gonna give y'all a little time out outside and bring y'all back to y'all seats. Now they're gonna just take y'all right outside. All right, y'all. Let me finish. Oh, this is a good one. Listen to this one, y'all. Listen to this one. 24. Chivalrous. Holy smokes. To some, chivalry may be outdated and unnecessary. Holy smokes. It is. While whatever chivalrous means, while equality of the sexes is most definitely needed in society, and more work still needs to go towards ensuring that true balance is there. Okay. Chivalry is still a good quality. to be seen in the right guy. Now, so this the second sentence, or the second part of the sentence, nullified the first part. Okay, let's read the first part again. See, we got to do some critical thinking over here. To some, chivalry may be outdated and unnecessary. Okay, that was the first sentence. Excuse me, the second sentence. While equality of the sexes is most definitely needed in society, and more work still needs to go towards ensuring that true balance is there. Okay, so now you just said that more work still needs to be done to go towards ensuring that true balance is there. Then you come and say, well, this is the other side of the sentence. Chivalry is still a good quality to be seen in the right guy. So how is there balance if there's chivalry? Chivalry is the direct aversion to the female. How is there balance there? How is there balance there? You telling us that you want to be equal, but at the same time, I want you to treat me because I have a vagina that I'm, in a different manner. Those two sentences, they nullify each other, right? Sister Keisha, you and Sister Dawn are done. Y'all are done, man. They're gonna kick y'all right out. They ain't gonna let y'all park your car on the lot no more. Those two sentences. But see, you see what I'm saying? You see the mixed messages they send into these young women. They sending these young women to these mixed messages. And then there's nobody there to break it down. There's nobody to break the stuff down and say, wait a minute. How you want equality, but then you want chivalry? Chivalry is the exact opposite of equality. How is that possible? Well, let me tell you, man, these women will figure out a way. Some of y'all homegirls will figure out a way to make it work. They'll figure out a way. You got to let them do the math. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out, right? All right, let's finish up. Oh, wait, Sister Don, you got something here. Sister Don, true. The two thoughts negate each other. Yeah, it don't make no sense, right? What they could have said was, while equality of sexes is most definitely needed in society, and more work still needs to go toward ensuring that true balance is there, some women prefer chivalry still. That would have made more sense, right? Some women still want to. Everybody don't want to be equal. Everybody don't want you to say, look at me and see me as a man, even though I got breasts and a vagina. They want to be, they want men to acknowledge them as a female, right? And most of us as men, we don't mind doing that. See, here the problem is the feminists made it so that it's a bad environment for us to do that, continue to do that. That's the problem here. The feminists made it a bad environment for us to treat you like a woman, hold the door open for you. I don't need the door open for me. I don't need no man, right? That attitude made it's a verse to us. We're like, damn, I ain't opening the door so you can talk to me like that. Forget it. Forget you then. I just don't stop. We just don't stop doing it. And that's the unfortunate part about it, right? But if they say some women still want to do it, that means some women, right? It's not a definitive case. It's some women still would like to see chivalry, whatever that is. But I'm telling y'all, most of y'all women, Sister Keisha, a very big contradiction. Oh man, most of y'all women gonna have to educate a man on what chivalry is, because today's men don't know what chivalry is. They never saw it. It's been gone so long, they haven't seen what chivalry is. To them, chivalrousness is simping. That's what they call it today. You being a simp, being chivalrous. And in most cases, they're right, because a lot of times women don't appreciate it. But they telling you that, hey, a man should some kind of way still want to do that stuff, even though most of these Gen Z guys, they don't know what chivalry is. They never saw it before. They don't know. But when this lady when a girl that reads this article, or one of the millions that read this article and take it to heart, they say, man, this guy ain't chivalrous, whatever that is. What does that mean? There's no definition of it, but you're supposed to be that way. Ay, ay, ay. The reason being is that shows that they simply want to treat the woman in their lives in a civilized and loving manner. You don't have to be chivalrous to treat your woman in a civilized and loving manner. You don't have to be that way. But like I said, we never got a good definition of chivalrous. Number 25, polite. Being polite at all times is key for anyone to have, be it for women or men. However, with respect to men, it is great to see that men know how to behave politely, as so often men can be too brisk and direct without realizing it. So now you got to hold your tongue all the time. You can't be a man. They want you to be a woman, right? Basically, what they're telling you, want you to be a woman. What this to say is, you need to understand when a man is not polite. See, when a guy's not polite, there's a reason why the guy's not polite. So you as a woman should understand that. That's what they should be saying. But they're gonna tell you, hey, if the guy's not polite, then he's the wrong guy. He's not marriage material. If you see a guy being polite, you know that he has good manners and knows how to behave kindly around people. Everybody's on their best behavior in the beginning. Everybody's on their best behavior in the beginning. But after a while, that's when you see what you really got after a while. Number 26, supportive. If you're looking for the qualities of a guy, make sure, let me translate supportive. That means you're going to pay her bills. If you're looking for qualities in a guy and want to make sure that a guy you're interested in is the right one for you, make sure that he can act in a supporting manner. Yeah, he got a job. He can kick in when that rent's due. Having a supportive partner is key to a happy and healthy, lasting partnership, as it means you will know that your partner will be there no matter how. No matter how. What's the how? No matter how. No matter if the car note needs to be paid, no matter if the rent needs to be paid, no matter how. Easy translating. Everyone needs support at some point in their life. This is true. Be it at the start of seeing each other or much later in their life together, right? So how can you be supportive? If you kind of trying to be an attorney, right? You're going to be broke for the next 4 years because you're going to school. I'll check back with you later. So they see the guy and they come back later after the guy's an attorney. But now you bringing 2 children by 2 different dudes with you. The guy's not going to do nothing but hit it and quit it. But it's bad advice they're giving out. Bad advice. And women are reading this, drinking it up. Integrity. Now we're getting somewhere. Having it, number 27, integrity. Integrity is another one of those qualities that does not immediately spring to mind when thinking about the qualities that make up a good man. Of course it is. Of course it is. That should be one of the first things you look for is integrity in a man. Bad advice. However, it is immediately something that a person misses when it's not there. Of course it is. Being with a man with integrity is key to knowing he is the right one for you, as it means you will be able to trust him in the future and know that he knows his right from wrong. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Integrity is important. I will give him that. Okay, so I'll give him that. 5 out of 27. I'll give him that one. Integrity. Yes, you should be with a man that has a lot of integrity. That's true. Okay. I won't even break that one down, but yeah, that's true. Number 28, optimistic. While it is not necessary to be with a guy who is overly peppy all of the time, Will Smith, it is still a good idea to list optimism as a characteristic you want to see in a guy. The reason being is that if he is optimistic, he is so much easier to be around a lot of the time. If he is constantly down or pessimistic about life, this may rub off on you and have a detrimental effect on your mood too. Agreed. That's agreed. That makes it. But the woman should not be constantly down too. See, what this is leaving out is, what about you? What about you as a woman? You shouldn't be constantly down either. And he shouldn't have to be optimistic more than you are optimistic. But see, they don't teach these women this, man. So if you ain't got a guy that's dancing around like Will Smith, following you around, like Minnie Mouse, then you ain't got the right guy. It can also be tiring to be with someone who is an overly negative view on everything going around you, that instead being with someone who is always likes to see the best in things can have a positive effect on your all-around perspective. Yeah, basically look for a guy that's going to put up with all of the drama you got going on. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Don't leave. We got a couple more left. We got about 3 or 4 more left. Number 29, emotionally mature. Being emotionally mature is something that women just assume all men will be. However, this is simply not the case. So many men and women are not emotionally mature. Instead, they are selfish and self-interested, so they constantly put themselves first in all situations. Well, men have to do that. Men have to do that. They have to do that. Even if they don't say it, they have to do it. And like I said before, I gave the illustration about men sometimes in leadership positions, even women, same thing, in leadership positions. And you cannot take excuses. Cannot take excuses. Can't have excuses. Hey, this part of the project needs to be done tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, not done. Tomorrow, not, the next day it comes, not done. You can't do that. You got too many people's jobs and lives on the line. Same thing with us. We talk about, like me, Sister Don, Brother Willie. We all in unions. You know what I mean? They don't. You make one mistake with that electricity. You make one mistake with that electricity, man. They get rid of you. They're not even playing with you no more. Especially if you haven't passed probation. Goodbye. They may work with you after you pass probation, but they see that you are hard headed and you gonna do your own thing. They done seen too many people get killed. They're not gonna mess with you no more. Goodbye. Right? Right, Sister Don? It's true. Yeah. They're not gonna mess with you no more, man. Once they see you hard headed and you ain't gonna listen, and it ain't no big things. They just see you just ain't gonna listen, bam. You gotta go. We ain't gonna let you come up in here and kill nobody. Not happening. I've had to let people go, and I didn't want to. I knew they had families. I knew they had left a good job. Well, not a good job, but they left a job they had that was paying them pretty good to come and work with us. But we had to fire them off a good job. But what's worse? Firing that one person or letting that one person come and work for us for 2 or 3 years and kill somebody because he don't listen? That's the way we looked at it anyway. Anyway, being emotionally mature. If you are in a couple with someone like this, it can be hard. Therefore, for your partnership to have balance and have your needs met as a result. Talk about the woman. Instead, if you look for a guy that is emotionally mature, it means that you will be able to have long-lasting partnership with him where you do have these needs met. In other words, this dude has to be mature enough to be work on your needs, work on your emotional needs. Make sure your stuff is legit. I don't, you know what? I feel like both people, this is something that both of them can have. Both people can have emotional maturity because we need that from women too. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this one in. I'll give this one. So that's 6 out of 29. That makes sense. Okay. I'll give you that one. Oh my God. Now listen to this one, y'all. Number 30, devoted. Sister Don, too much at stake. Yeah. We got too much at stake, man. We got people's lives on the line. We can't play, man. You got people, especially you in the union, man. You got people's families on the line. You know all these people, man. You got their families. You can't, I don't want to be the one that had nothing to do with a person coming on and got hired that killed one of my union brothers and sisters. I just don't want to be. I don't want to be involved in something like that. So when we see that the person just ain't gonna listen, just on little stuff, hey, put all your books under the table. Put away your materials, and they don't do it. We don't even mess with them. Gone. Anyway, number 30, devoted. Devotion manifests itself in many ways. Holy smokes. However, it manifests itself in the guy you think may be right for you. It is essential for it to be present. Ay, ay, ay. What is devote? So I gotta be devoted to you. No matter what you do, I gotta be like Will Smith, devoted. I gotta be like Kanye. Even though somebody else is pumping and dumping you, I gotta be devoted. Right? What's his name? Pete Davidson is pumping and sweating in the shed with Kim Kardashian, and Kanye is still devoted to her. How does he look now? Does he look crazy? We all been there. I mean, I'm not talking about these guys like I never been there. I've been there. I've been that dumb. We've all been that dumb. We've all been caught up with somebody who we just, for some reason, we felt like we couldn't pull away from them. Even though we right there, we could see in real time how bad they treating us, we still can pull away. But in your 50s, bro, in your 50s, man, it's time. What you say, Sister Keisha? You in the union too? Local 300, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, 29 years, bro, Clarence. Hey, what can I say? I'm IBW at Local 18, 25 years. What can I say? Salute to you, Sister Keisha. Salute to you, Sister Don. Salute to you, Brother Willie. Salute. Sister Don, devotion can be dangerous. You know what? Sister Don, if you devoted to the wrong person for the wrong reason, even if you devoted to the right person for the wrong reason, you got to be devoted to the person for the right reason. You got to be devoted to the right person for the right reason. That's the only way it's going to work. That's the only way you're going to get something in return for it. If you devoted to the wrong person for the right, you devoted to the wrong person for the right reason, you're not going to get a return from that. If you devoted for the wrong person, if you devoted to the right person for the wrong reason, you're not going to get a return on that. The only way you're going to get a return on your devotion is if you devoted to the right person for the right reason. There's nothing wrong with being devoted to somebody if you're devoted to the right person for the right reason. Like we say, we all in the union, right? We devoted to the union, right? We got union brothers and sisters. We devoted to that, but for the right reason. Why? Because we don't want to see nobody get hurt. We want everybody to go home just like they came to work. We want to send them back home to work, right? We want to send them back home just like they showed up to work, right? We all got the same goal, right? That's who you got to be devoted to. You got to be devoted to somebody who got the same goals that you got for family, right? We talking about getting married, right? They got to have the same goal. What's our goal? Our goal is to have 2 or 3 children, whatever, and raise them up in the right way, provide for them, guide them into the right way. Okay, that's our goal. Okay, how we gonna make this goal happen? Well, we gotta set up some financial things in place. Okay, well, I gotta get a better job. You gotta get a better job. Whatever. We gotta set this stuff up. How we gonna do it? Are we gonna homeschool them? Are we gonna send them to public school? We're gonna send them to private school. What are we gonna do? So we gotta get the plan together, right? Once we get the plan together, now we can devote ourselves to each other because we both working on this same plan. Okay, that's cool. I got the right person, right? I vetted this person real good, so I got the right person and we got the right goal. We got the right reason. But you know what? In this situation, she's saying, hey, the person just be devoted to you just because you're you. Just because you got a vagina, they should be devoted to you. Mm-hmm. So now these women think, oh, well, this guy, he ain't devoted to me. He ain't calling me every 5 seconds. He ain't devoted to me. Therefore, he doesn't want to be with me. Therefore, he ain't my guy. Wrong. He might be your guy, but you ain't paying attention. You think because he ain't running after you, because he's running after his dream. Especially guys under the age of 40. Guys under the age of 40, most of them guys are usually trying to hustle. They chase women up to about 27, 28. They got empty hands from doing that. Then they realize, hey, man, I got to get on the ball. I'm behind the 8 ball chasing all these girls. Let me get this thing in a high gear. They start going for promotions. They start looking for extra side income. They try to do a lot of other stuff. Right? We need more women that understand, hey, they're not so threatened by a man spending time out there trying to get his hustle on. Right? That's why a lot of guys like single moms. They like single moms because single mom is distracted. They got a natural distraction right there. They got to worry about the woman always after them because they got these natural distractions here. And when the man show up, the woman ain't got time to play. Hey, babysitter leave at this time. We got to get moving. Whatever, right? So that's what I'm saying. But being devoted to for the wrong reason is bad. I'm on the wrong computer here. You're right, Sister Don. Devotion can be dangerous. Let's see. The reason, okay, I already read that, huh? Well, wait, no. The reason being that if he is not devoted to you, if he's not devoted to you and your partnership, you can never be sure his attention will not wander elsewhere. Holy smoke. I don't care how devoted, you can't be sure that no one's attention will wander elsewhere, no matter if they're devoted to you or not. Anybody's attention anybody can walk through the front door. I've been married 32 years. My wife could walk into the front door and say, hey, I fell in love. I was at the supermarket. I met my true love. This is my true love. That could happen. Same thing with me. I could walk in the house, happen. So what do I got to do? I got to constantly try to make it so that if she was to meet somebody out there, it's probably not, constantly make her feel like it ain't worth it by doing things that I'm doing at the house and with her. So she'll look at that person and say, you know what? I'm tempted, but that ain't worth it. You ain't worth it. Because this man I got at home, he done seen me naked. He done seen these babies come out of me. He done seen all this stuff. And he's still here. You just a fun time, Frank. But this man been here. And I'm gonna make a real big mistake letting him walk out the door. And vice versa. Right? I see somebody that say, girl, you look good. Girl, you look good. But you ain't worth the trouble. You ain't worth the trouble. Right? Sister Don, one time I was working in the office. I wasn't in the field. I was working in the office. I was a youngster then. Sister Don, I used to look good. I was about 40 or 50 pounds heavier. I used to look good. I mean, I was like a tank. You know what I mean? Looking good, right? So that was back in my good-looking days, right? So they sent me to go get some food because I was working in the office. I was a young buck. I was a new one. I'm coming out of the restaurant with the food that everybody called in their orders, right? So I'm coming out the restaurant with the food, and this girl is across the street. Sister Don, she met me in the street. My car was parked across the street. She came out and met me in the middle of the street. Met me not on the thoroughfare, but it was like a side street around from the so it wasn't no cars coming down. But she met me in the middle of the street. She said, "Hey, you know what? I think you are a handsome guy. I would like to, go out with you or spend some time with you. You think you could make some time in your schedule for me?" Sister Donna's sister was beautiful. 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 I mean, if I had to piece together what I would want in a woman, only thing she was a little taller than I like. But other than that, beautiful. 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 I said, you know what? You're a very good looking woman, but man, you know what? I'm married and I just wouldn't be able to do it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm just not, interested in doing something like that. I said, but although if I was to do something like that, you would be the one I would do it with because you are gorgeous. Oh my, she was gorgeous. But I thought about my wife. I said, man, I can't do it. And I thought about, man, what would be the look on her face when she found out that I was doing something like that? Ouch. Now, I'm not saying I've been perfect the whole time through, but I'm saying, that was at the point where I was kind of getting understanding, having more empathy for other people, saying, man, you know what? I can't go down this road because I can't, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm having to deal with that in a relationship, right? In a marriage, right? Oh man, Sister Keisha, I know that's right, Brother Clarence. You still got it going on, Brother Clarence, and you got an awesome mindset. I thank you, Sister Keisha. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. God gonna bless you and Sister Don. Y'all are some sweet sisters, so I appreciate y'all for that. But yeah, and I had to say bye to this woman that if I had met her before I got married, it definitely would have been on and cracking. Definitely would have been on and cracking. She was everything I would have wanted in a woman. Everything I would have wanted. And she had a beautiful disposition, just like you guys. Beautiful disposition. Talk to her. She was very feminine, beautiful disposition. It was, let me share with you how beautiful her disposition was. Her disposition was so beautiful that it didn't even seem aggressive. She was being very aggressive, but it didn't even come off as aggression to me. It didn't come off as masculinity to me. It came off very feminine to me, even though it was very aggressive. I mean, man, that's how she had. It's like you got a beautiful personality, beautiful, 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 beautiful. But like I said, she wasn't worth the trouble that it would have gave me at home. And my wife was worth way more. My wife was worth 100 of her in weight in gold. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't even match the what I was giving up, what I was getting to give up, having to give up to go do that. It just wasn't even worth it. Sister Dunn, wow, but you had good woman at home. Yeah, I had a good woman at home, but a lot of guys have good women at home, Sister Dunn, but they're missing something. They have some issue that they can't. See, this is why men cheat. Men cheat because they have an issue that is not being dealt with at home, and they can't deal with it. They're not able to deal with it on their own, and so here comes a person. You either working with them or you meet them at some little spot or something, and they provide to you what the person at home ain't providing to you. Like sometimes you have a woman at home, she's very masculine, right? See, if I had somebody that was that masculine, I probably would have received that femininity more, and it would have unlocked my brain to be able to say, "Go do that," right? But because I had somebody who could easily match that femininity that was coming off of her, she had a good disposition. But my wife has a pretty good disposition when I ain't making her mad, right? You know what I mean? So it was no contest there. But yeah, it was a lot. But yeah, a lot of people. So a lot of women think, oh, because I'm a good woman at home, a man ain't gonna cheat. No, that don't mean a man ain't gonna cheat, because a lot of men are scared to say when they have an issue with something, but they scared to say it because they don't want to offend the woman. They don't want to say nothing to the woman and had a woman accuse them or recuse them. They don't want that. So instead of, they just keep it to themselves. And when the opportunity comes to alleviate that issue, they will take the opportunity. Most men ain't out there looking to cheat. The opportunity presents itself. There's a gap in understanding at home, and then that's when they move in and do it. And then before they know it, they get addicted to whatever it is that they was missing. They get addicted to that feeling, and then they get possessive over the person, and now they got in an emotional entanglement with the situation, and now they stuck, and then they end up getting caught. bad situation. Sister Dunn, yes, you grew up and evolved, care more about your wife and feeling. Yeah, I always care about it. Sister Dunn, men that cheat, it's not that they don't care about the wife. That's not even the issue. That's not even the issue. Men that cheat, they care about the wife. There's an issue that's not being addressed. I want you to have short hair. I want you to have long hair. I want you to have short nails. I want you to have long nails. I want you to have eyelashes. Whatever it is that is, or I want you to have more femininity. Some women at home, they're more masculine, right? They bring the work, they bring the businesswoman that they are at work home. And so sometimes that masculinity is it will turn off of the average dude, right? And he won't be able to get aroused at that much. So when you being very masculine at home and you send him out to work and he's working in a cubicle around a bunch of different women and all he hears is femininity, he's smelling this cologne everywhere and he's seeing his femininity and he's seeing femininity, he's hearing it in his ear, after a while he just break down. Somebody comes to him and say, and then he minding his own business, here come a girl, hey, we're going to go get some lunch. Want to come with us, go get lunch? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Most guys are not looking to cheat. I know most women think that Kevin Samuels is saying that most men are looking to cheat. They're not looking. Most men are not looking to cheat. They will take advantage of the opportunity if something is not the way they want it at home. And they don't feel confident. They don't have the confidence enough to tell a woman and feel like the woman's going to actually do something about it. They feel like they're going to get ridiculed for actually talking about the gap in the understanding. They feel like they're going to get ridiculed. The woman's going to misunderstand it and take it personal and ridicule them so they don't say nothing. They just shut down. They don't say nothing about no problem they have. And then so what ends up happening? They eat it for a couple of years. They may eat it for a couple of years, even 4 or 5 years. They eat it. 10 even, they may eat it. Then one day, some girl come and say, hey, let's go to lunch. I'm buying. You've been wanting to have somebody approach you with that type of femininity for so long, and then here the person does, before you even can think, yeah, I'll go. Next thing you know, you sitting at lunch with somebody and you had no clue. You didn't even have the intention of doing that. And before you know it, you're pumping and sweating in the shed. True, you have a good, Sister Don. True, you have a good point. Yeah, Sister Don. Your brother has seen a lot. I've seen a lot. I made some mistakes myself, and I've seen other people make some mistakes. So I've seen a lot. If I haven't done it, or I don't know somebody that done it, I've heard about somebody doing it. Sister Keisha, a lot of our community are dealing with childhood issue that have never been addressed, looking for anything as a distraction. Yeah, well, I'm talking about the men. Men. There's some men that particularly look to date single moms because the single moms the single moms are more likely to understand that they can't give them all their time, right? Because single moms are going to tell you straight up, you're going to see they can't give you all their time. They got children, right? Or child or children, right? They can't. So they're going to give that child most of their time, right? So the guy says, okay, hey, she's just going to call me when she wants sex. We're just going to get together when we want to have sex, or we're going to just get together when we want to just spend time with each other, whatever. But she won't be on me, so I can chase my grind more than a woman that don't have no distraction, woman don't have no children. She going to be like, I've been sitting here, and I made dinner for us, and you still not here, Guys that's chasing their dreams, man, they out. They working 60, 70 hours. They giving a real boss 40 hours. And then they got to, after they get off from their real job, then they got to do whatever other source of income. They got to try and put, break that, make that work. So they got to put in a couple more hours on that. Guys that's trying to make it real money, man, they are not going to the plant at 8 o'clock in the morning, getting off at 5 and going to be home at 6 o'clock with their feet under the table to eat dinner. Most of those guys are not like that. They're going to be working 60, 70 hours. They barely will be home, barely. Now, once the business gets off the ground and the business is doing well, yeah, then they're going to be able to do stuff. Then they're going to be able to come home because they'll have other people they can have running that situation. But until then, that might be 10 years down the line. Right? Microsoft didn't turn a profit for 13 years. That man wasn't making no money. He was paying people in stock. He was paying people in stock because they didn't have no money. They was paying programmers in stock and Coca-Cola. Not all of them dudes are multimillionaires, right? But it took 13 years. And there was some dudes that just walked away. Hey, just give me my money in the stock. I'm leaving. I'm gone. They walked away. They left millions of dollars on the table, millions and multi-millions of dollars on the table because they couldn't see the vision. They didn't have a vision. And a lot of women don't have that vision. That's the problem. So they take advice like this and it just ruins them. Anyway, I got to hurry up, y'all. I only got about 15 more minutes. So let me hurry up. This does not mean that if he is not devoted, he will automatically cheat on you. But it does mean he has the propensity to put himself first in other areas of his life. Yeah, he has to. A serious guy, guys that are really about chasing their dreams are going to put themselves first. They're going to do that. See, but this right here, this sentence is telling women because he's putting his dream ahead of everything. He's not devoted to you. Therefore, he's not marriage material. That may well have an effect on you in the future. Yeah, he might make a ton of money and you might be living a life you never even dreamed of, right? Think about how he approaches his career, and being your boyfriend or husband has a bearing on that. Or even his attitude to how he makes friends. If he constantly chooses his friends over you, he is not putting you first, and that can have a negative implications for the rest of your time together. If he's putting his friends before you, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. That's why he's putting his friends first, because there's something wrong with you. You need to look at yourself and say, why is this man doing this? See, we don't ask the right questions. Why is this man putting his friends before me? But see, an article like this will just say, oh, he just wants to be with his friends. No, why does he want to be with his friends over you? Why? Does he feel more like a man around his friends? He must. If he felt more like a man around you, he'd want to be around you. Dig that. But they're not telling them that, right? They're not telling them that. Telling you, hey, if the man ain't devoted to you, you got a problem. So throw the man away. And lastly, oh, get this one, y'all. Lastly, 31, humorous. Humorous. The guy got to be humorous. Now he got to make you laugh. Now he got to be, Dave Chappelle, right? Humorous. I think this is what Will Smith is trying to do with Jada Pinkett, but it ain't working. Perhaps the most commonly wanted quality in a guy is for him to be humorous and funny. No, the most wanted quality in a guy is financially stable. That's what is the most wanted quality in a man. See, ain't just lying right here. This is because people naturally want to laugh. And so if they are with a person who manages to make them chuckle a lot, it makes so much of their life a lot easier. When you laugh with your boyfriend or husband, it makes you both happy and makes your bond that much closer. I will admit to that. Me and my wife try to laugh a lot together. And when I hear her laugh, it makes me laugh. So yeah, that's true. I will give it that. We have completed the 31 qualities in a man that you should be looking for if you're trying to marry him. I tried to break it down for y'all so y'all could see, the bull crap in the middle. You know what I mean? So you can decide for yourself. See, all of this stuff is what they're telling women. Now y'all know me. Y'all know me. So y'all know. I say think for yourself. Critical think for yourself. You know what I mean? I don't even know everything. I don't know everything. I just try to break things down mathematically so that it makes sense, so a situation will work. But there's some people, my breakdown ain't gonna work for them, right? So think for yourself. And this can apply to anybody, but we need to tell these youngsters, including the men, because the next one I'm gonna do is gonna be one with the list with the qualities that men are looking for in women, and we're gonna see if that list is right. And I think the same person made the list for the women, right? Well, we shall see. Anyway, y'all, I gotta cut out here. I gotta cut out early. I got a phone call I gotta make, so I gotta cut out of here early. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Sister Don, Sister Keisha, give it up. They kicked y'all out of the women's meeting. They took y'all parking space. Y'all can't even get back in there and get y'all seats back. You know, you can't appeal. Your appeals are done. You listen to Brother Clarence. Your appeals are not gonna be looked at. Nothing. So you better you gotta just ride it out with me now from now on. Sister Don, I think you broke it down well. Thank you, Sister Don. Appreciate it. You know what I mean? I you know what? It's you got to be a special kind of person to see it the way I see it and understand the way I look at it. So I appreciate y'all that do, because I know most people don't. I was on a live stream last night, and I was throwing them, Sister Don, Sister Keisha, and they were just going way over everybody's heads. You know what I mean? So I understand you got to be a certain kind of person to deal with me. So I appreciate y'all for that. I appreciate y'all. Sister Keisha, thank you, Brooklyn. Yeah, I appreciate you, Sister Keisha. I'm messing with y'all, but I think it's true. Y'all are done. Y'all parking spaces is done in the women's meeting. Y'all are done. So y'all are here now. You might as well ride it out with me. Y'all be able to say, hey, we seen it first. We saw that this dude was talking some sense first. Sister Don, see you next time, bro. See you later, Sister Don. Probably going to be on Saturday with Brother Corey. We're going to be talking about that starting that business credit with Navy Federal. So that'll probably be, I might get a video or two out tomorrow, but definitely live streaming won't be till Saturday. So if you got the time, I know you guys got things, you got a real life, but if you guys got time, stop on by. Sister Don, y'all show some love to Brother Clarence as a manhood. What is that called again? Cash App. I appreciate you, Sister Don. Yeah, if you can, you know what I'm saying? If you can. If not, it's no problem. If you can, you know what I mean? We'll get there, Sister Don. We'll get there. We going right now. We got 3 people. Okay, that's cool. No problem. We'll get there. We inch by inch. Everybody else, they promoting the cash apps and everything. And I mean, it's no problem, but I don't want to sound like them. I'd rather just say, hey, you know what? And I want you guys to do like you guys. You guys say, hey man, you giving us good content. That is what makes me say, okay, now maybe I can ask for a cash app or something like that, because I'm giving out good content. So that's what I want to do. So that's what you guys reinforced me to do that. I appreciate that. But anyway, y'all, I got to get out of here because I got some important business I got to do. So I got to get out of here. I was going to try to give out the link, but I just don't have the time to do it. So anyway, thank you, y'all. Appreciate y'all. See y'all on Saturday morning, 10 a.m. All right. Peace. Thanks, y'all. Oh, Sister Don. Yes, slow and steady. Wins the race. You're right, Sister Don. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all on Saturday.